Hi all, Lord of Gear as always, and we're going to do another Raft video, but this one is a little bit different, because this one is going to be a few tips and tricks and maybe a glitch or two I'm going to show you. There's not going to be a lot. I don't want to do a list of like, here's 20 things you can do in Raft, number 1, blah blah blah, number 2, blah blah blah. I don't really want to do them like that. I'd rather just focus on a few, probably about 4 or 5, and then I can explain them properly to you and make sure you really get the idea of what you're supposed to do and what they can do for you. I'm going to be doing these on a mixture of 2 rafts, one I quickly built up, and my raft, my built up raft. So the first one I'm going to show you is, well, let me get in game, then I'll show you. Let's go. Okay, so first one I'm going to show you is a duplication glitch. Yes, we're going to dupe an item. Now you can dupe anything. Oh, there's an island coming. I don't want to actually hit it, so we'll move. You can duplicate anything in this game, and you can duplicate it as many times as you like. Let me just do a disclaimer here, though. This can ruin your game. It won't break your game. Don't get me wrong. Nothing bad will happen. Oh, well, unless you do them like 1,000,000 or something. But it can make your game way too easy, because you can duplicate anything, and it doesn't matter what it is. So I'm going to show you how to duplicate something, and then we'll get on. So let me get this. Is this chest? This chest isn't empty. Let me get this chest empty. There we go. Right. So what we're going to do is we've got an empty chest. Now this will work with any. I can just go back to normal now. This will work with any chest, right? The wooden ones are fine as well, but I just whip this up quickly. So what you do is, now pay attention. But like I said, it can ruin your game, but I'll show you anyway. Now, let's say we use these coconuts. We have, so we'll put them like this. So we have 6 coconuts, and I'm going to put them like this, where I need to make a gap. The thing is, if you duplicate it, it doesn't matter. You don't need to hold on to anything because you can duplicate it, so it doesn't matter. So I put 2 coconuts here, 3 and a 3. Now what you have to do is close the chest, press escape, and click. The hell was that? God no, sorry. Press escape and click save world. Right, that's it. It'll say world saved. Then open the chest, take the coconuts out, then press it. Then let the chest close. Now this time you're going to press escape again, but don't click save world. Do not click that. Click instead main menu. You're going back to the main menu. Click on yes to exit, and you'll be asked, do you want to save before you exit? Yes. Click yes. You want to save. Then you go back to the title screen. Now we go back to the load world. You click on the name of your world, and if you look here, it says world backups. Now most people click load world here, but what you want to do is you want to click world backups, and you'll get some backups that the game's done. You want to click the second one down, not the top, the second one, and then click load world. What the game will do is do like a double load. It'll be a load of the one you said save world and the one you did when you quit, when you went to main menu. So because of that, if you look at the bottom here, I still have my coconuts, right? But now if I look in the chest, I have the 3 and 3 coconuts again. So now I have 12 coconuts. So let's do that again. We're going to separate again. This time we're going to do 3, 3, 3, 3. So we repeat it. We close. We press escape. Save world. Once world's saved, open the chest, take them out, and put them there. Or put them wherever you want. And then do not click save world. You click main menu. Yes, exit. Yes, save game. We go back in again. Now this will work with anything. You want to do like another wooden spear? You can do 1,000 of them. Now they will have the durability that they are when you save them. So let me show you this first. So I've got 12 there, and there they are. So now I have 24 coconuts when I started with just 6. So now we're on 24. And of course, if I oh yes, no, that's it. If I separate these again, I can go to 48, then 96, then 192, and then it starts to get bigger and bigger. You can end up with stupid amounts. But like I say, it copies durability. So I'll give you a quick show of that. So if we take this spear, which got very little life left in it, then we save world, and then we take the spear out with very little durability in, and then we're going to main menu. Yes, save world, remember that. And now if you look, I will have a second spear, but it won't be a new spear because it's copying the spear that was in there. So if you want to make, let's say, a load of new spears or weapons or whatever, or maybe more fishing rods or whatever, see? Now I've got 2 with the exact same durability. And if I put these 2 in, I'll get 4 with the exact same durability. So beware of that. You've got to put the let me eat some of my 24 coconuts. You've got to put the it in when it's fresh, really. And then, I mean, it doesn't matter. You can eat them all because you can just redupe them all again. I mean, you only need to do this 3 or 4 times, and you're back to. Well, even now I've got 16 left. I'm back to 32, 64, 128. It just doubles up. Anyway, that's your duplication glitch. So remember, quick disclaimer: it can ruin your game simply because it's because it's so easy. You can duplicate wood, plastic, like you get a piece of metal, like a hinge. You can do 1,000 hinges. You can do whatever you want. So yeah, just be aware of that. Right, let's go on to number 2. So I'm going to have to go to my raft for this. So I'll see you there. Okay, so here we are on my raft. Love my raft. So here we are on my raft. And it's kind of bedtime, so let's sleep real quick. Right, we are slept. So, what I want to show you here is this. How you can have a floating roof so you don't need pillars everywhere. Because normally, let me go on top deck. Normally, you need, excuse me, I need some wood. Need some more wood. So I'll get a bit more wood. And we need some nails. Nails. Right. So, let me just move these detail planks. Right. So we've got some wood, got some nails. Now, usually, when you're doing a build, when you're doing like building a new level, you have to put these down, these pillars. You don't want them like that. You don't need them every gap. You can do them. You can do them every 2, so you can go there, and then you can do them 2 this way, so there, and then there will finish the square off. Okay, and then from here you do like a foundation, like this, like this, like this, and like this. And that's how you do it. That's how you make your second level. And then you can just build on here. But you can't build again. This is why you need to put another pillar in. Because you can only go 1 away from the post there. So you'd have to put another pillar now. So you've got these pillars everywhere that are always standing up and you can gain your way. And it looks a bit better when they're not there. So how do we do it? Okay, I'll show you. So we're going to need the axe. And we're going to take everything back down again. Now, we do need the pillars. This is correct. Right, but what we're going to do is we're going to put something different up. Instead of using a square, what we're going to do is use a half, is a triangle. And we're going to put these triangles in this gap, like this, and then one here, and here, and here. Then we're going to rotate the triangle, so that then we can fill them in and they look like squares still. So it looks the same. It looks like a square, but really it's made up of all little triangles. And then what you do is you want to then make some windows. You don't have to use expensive ones. You can use cheapest ones, half windows, wooden windows. and you want to put them like here, like a scaffolding. But you don't need to put them next to each other. They don't need to go next to each other. You can leave a gap. So like you can do then 2, let's say, here. And you can do 2 here. We'll do 2 here. And then we can do 2 here. Right? So you've got this scaffolding kind of set up. And that will hold up your... Well, we'll put 2 here because we can. That will hold up your roof when you do what I'm about to do. So you go back to your axe now, when these triangles are in, and you've got them supported, and you take out the pillars. So we're going to take out this pillar, this pillar, this pillar, and this one. And that should be it, shouldn't it? Yeah, so the pillars are gone, and everything's been stood up, balanced on these half windows. But then we're going to take out the windows. Oh look, they're not falling, and that is how you create a floating ceiling. There you go. So the secret is it's not made up of squares; it's made up of triangles. And if I look down at my deck, you will see that my deck is made up of many triangles on every level. The only one it's squares on is here, because you have to make foundation squares, which are your normal foundation squares. These here. So these you've got to use your normal foundation squares for the bottom row. So because you don't need pillars on that. So, but that's how you do it. So you have to create. So if you imagine this, I had pillars everywhere. I had hundreds of them, and they were everywhere. And by the time I'd done, I had big holes in the ceiling. I had wooden half windows everywhere, and it looked like a proper construction site. It was a mess. And then slowly, I filled everything in, making hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these triangles, and then just making it so everything was all triangles, except the edge. You don't need it to be here. It can be squares because I didn't need anything floating there. I didn't have any pillars here anyway, so it didn't matter. But otherwise, everything is triangles, and that's how you make a floating ceiling. I hope that helps. Right, let's go on to the next thing. Let me just clear this up. Right, so the next thing I'm going to teach you, is cooking. Here's a little tip for cooking. So when you've got your cooking pot set up, let me just put some wood on them. When you've got your cooking pot set up, you put an ingredient on each one of these squares here, and they will all jump into the pot when you click on the pot. And they will then use all that ingredients to make you whatever food you're making, any of these recipes. Okay? Now, my favourite recipe by far is barbecue. It does an amazing amount of food, and it has a nice cast over. If you look in the bottom left, the yellow part of the bar, that's that's barbecue. Although a bit has gone down. Barbecue is really, really good. It's my favourite by far. Barbecue takes one of these, one of these, one of these, and one of these. Right? Now, out of all those ingredients, the most valuable, really, is the mushroom. Because you can only get these mushrooms, really, when you go into a cave on an island. Now, these you've got to get from boars, but you can get from boars or bears or things like that. There's different things that can get this meat. So, therefore, I class this. And you can catch these in ocean, just fishing. And of course, these you can get easy from the nests. So the only one I really find hard to get are these, because these are in caves, and that's the only place you can get them. You can't grow them, so you can only get them in caves. So these are most expensive. We're going to put that here, and I'm going to put one here. Now, depending which side of the pot you stand, you put it on the square you're most comfortable with. So I'm comfortable here, because what I'm going to do, and I'll explain it to you. So I'm going to put one on each on every one of these. That's it. Barbecue's now set up. So as soon as I click on this pot, as soon as I press E, all these ingredients are going to jump into the pot and start cooking. Now, this is the most expensive ingredient. So what I'm going to do is when I press E, I'm going to flick my mouse over here, press E on that mushroom, and I'm going to pick that mushroom back up. Then the other 3 ingredients will go in the pot, but the game still thinks 4 have gone in. The game still thinks that the mushrooms have gone in, because when I pressed E, the mushroom was there. So it's going to think the mushroom's gone in, and it will still make barbecue. But now it's made barbecue with 3 ingredients, not 4. So that's why I say it depends which way you like, because you're going to have to flick quick. So if you feel more comfortable going this way, then put your most valuable ingredient here. But I feel better going that way, so I'm putting it here. And then you come to this one and you repeat it. And if you've done it right, you will pick both mushrooms up. Just to show you, I have no mushrooms anywhere. Just to prove I am picking them back up. You see, I've got barbecue there. Told you, I love barbecue. So I'm just showing you, okay? So I'm going to press E. And there you go, I've got the mushroom in my hand. So 3 went in, and I've got the mushroom back. Then I press E, and if you look, I've now got 2 mushrooms. Again, I've got no other mushrooms anywhere else, so it proves I did pick up these mushrooms from here. So both these are now making barbecue. They will make barbecue, even though only 3 ingredients went in. And you can put your valuable ingredient back, and then you're done. And you can do that with anything. Now we can do it with fruit as well. So let me just set this up. Okay, so for juice, my favourite is the manganana. Right, it is, I think, an excellent drink. So I usually just stock up on these. I do have just about everything. I've cooked most meals because I just wanted to. But my favourite is by far these, mangananas. Oh, there you go. That's cooked. So now just to show you, I'll get my bowls. I'll just show you this real quickly. So I want you to see, I've got 2 barbecue. That's it. I've only got 2. There's no barbecue anywhere else. And now if I pick up the bowl, press E, and go over here and press E, and if you look, now I have 4 barbecue. So it did make barbecue, even though it only had 3 ingredients of the 4. The game just didn't know it. So we're going to do the same here. So for manganana, you need 2 mangoes. Now, 2 bananas. Now, same again. You're going to want it on the one closest here, because you haven't got it either side like it is there. You've just got it here. So put your favourite ingredient here, your most valuable. In this case, just for show, I'm going to put the milk here. So that'll be 2 bananas, 2 bananas. And I'll show you because it's there, look. Where's my manganana? 2 bananas, 1 mango, 1 milk. So then I'm going to put a mango and a mango. And I'm going to put a milk and a milk. So as you see, I have no milk left in here. So, now I don't always get this one right. I will admit I don't always get this right, but I'll try and get at least one, because it's a bit further for some reason. So we're going to press E, and if you look, I have my milk. Let's get this one. So E. Oh, I missed it. I told you I sometimes miss it. I overflicked. But there you go. So it's the same thing either way. So this one now has only 3 ingredients. This has 4, but this has 3, and they'll both make mango. So it makes no difference. And that is how you make. That's how you make manganana, and well, that's how you make any food. You can make any of these dishes the same way. Just grab your ingredient, whichever ingredient you want to keep, and that's it. That's how you make. That's how you save on ingredients. So let's move on to the next thing. Okay, next one. The next little tip I want to tell you is what's the difference between this and this, besides the angle of the arrow. The answer is nothing. You don't get a bonus for drawing back the weapon, the bow. Okay, that is no more as powerful as that. They do the same damage. Okay, so you doing that, it's a lot quicker just to do that, because then all these do the same damage as these, but you can shoot a lot more of them. How does that come useful? Well, for example, I'll try and show you. I haven't warmed up and got used to timing, if I can find the shark, I'll try and show you. Where is he? Here he is. So you can aim, shoot him, and then just take a breather. I missed him there. You can pick up the arrows as they drop in. It's no big deal. And that's it. See? I dropped the arrows into him so fast that he died. And that's how you can do it. Now, these are, I admit, these are titanium arrows. So they do more damage than normal arrows. But it's the same principle. You can do it with stone arrows, you can do it with metal arrows, and of course with these arrows as well. So that is a good way to kill the shark quickly if you feel up to it. Let the shark come at you, do your first one at full draw, then shoot it. That's just to put it off. And then as soon as it starts to turn away, swim towards it and start tapping, and just start dropping the arrows into it really quickly, and you'll do a lot of damage. Okay. The only downside to it is if you look at the bow at the bottom, watch how the durability goes down because you're pressing it quick. So as you can see, the durability, it drops really quickly. That's it. My bow's gone. That's why, in case you were wondering, that's why I have I have a lot of bows. Because I tend to jump in the water if I want to kill the shark. I tend to jump in the water and kill it really quickly like that. But it makes me go through bows really quickly. So that's the only downside. But if you want to kill it, that's how you can kill it. Let me just put these on to cook. Right. So next thing I'm going to show you, probably the last one. I don't know yet. We'll see. Okay, so we're back on this raft for this particular. It isn't a glitch. It isn't a glitch. It isn't a tip really. It's just a simple setting in the game. Now, some people have reported that they don't like the rocking of the raft in the water. They get like a motion sickness because, as you can see, the water comes over. And sometimes when it's a stormy day, when the game's in a storm, the waves will get so high you'll have the shark swim past your face. It doesn't attack you because you are classed as being, excuse me, just changing the position of my mic. The raft, you're still classed as being on the raft, so the shark does not attack you, but it will swim past your face because the waves get so high you end up getting waves that come way over your raft. And some people don't like that. They get like a motion sickness. So there is a simple fix for that, and I'm going to show you that. So what you do is you press escape and you press settings. You want to stay on general, and there's a setting here that says motion sickness mode. Now I want you to watch the raft over here. You can see it's bobbing up and down. Watch it. And there you go. Then if you take that off, return to game. Now it's not bobbing anymore. Because I know some people don't like it. It does give them like a motion sickness. So you can actually stop it. Now if you look at the videos I've been doing on the beginner's guide that I'm currently doing, the raft has not been bobbing up and down. That's because I've got motion sickness mode on. For the simple reason I didn't want big storms disturbing the guide. I just wanted to get the guide done, show beginners what to do, etc. So I've had this switched on. Whereas normally in my games I have it switched off because I like that realism of the raft rocking. But some people don't like it. Like I say, it gives them motion sickness. So yeah, and so to show you again, if you look, it's nice and level. It's not bobbing. So we'll go back to settings. We take it off. And there you go. It starts to bob again in the water. So that's a good little thing if you don't like the bobbing of the raft. So I don't know if you know that existed, but there you go. Anyway, hope that helps. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to show you is detail planks. You get these from the trading stations on the islands, them little shacks that play music, but you've got to level it up to level 3. So that means you've got to buy bait from there, and then you catch these special fish with that bait. Then you take that bait back to the shop, and you can sell it and you'll get these coins. At the same time, you will get a recycler from one of the story place items, from one of the story places. I'll put it on the screen where it's from. And I'll show you what the recycler is. The recycler is this. This is the recycler. And the recycler works by putting trash in here till it's right up till it's full, if you wish, and different amount of things go in. Like leather is pretty good at filling it up. You could put about 16 leather in, something like that, and it'll fill it up. But yeah, if you put, say, feathers in, you might need about 64. So it depends what you put in. And they make these here, these trash cubes here. And these are part of the currency for the trading stations. And the coins you can get by doing the fishing with the special bait and things like that. And then once you've got enough, and you get up to level 3 on the station, then on the little trading station, then you can buy what's known as detail planks, which are these. Now, a detail plank, what you do is you click, when you see it kind of starting, you click, and then you can stretch it out to a certain distance, and you can lift it up, and then you can make it turn and all sorts of things. You make it wide and you can make it come down. You can do a lot with a detail plank. Okay, you can do a lot with a detail plank. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you a little bit of magic you can do with it. So, say you come to a piece of water and you click on the edge, and you just push your mouse wheel out and just put it down. Then you go do another one. Put that one down, and we're going underwater. What I want you to do is look at the top of the screen where the bubbles are. If you notice, I am not getting any bubbles come up to tell me that I'm running out of air. I'm underwater, and that's because the game still thinks that I am on the ship. It still thinks I'm on. Honestly, it still thinks I'm on the ship. But so does the shark. The shark still thinks I'm on the ship. So nothing attacks me. And as long as I stay on this wood, I can keep laying these, and all day at any angle, going as deep as you want to go, and you can just keep laying these, and you're safe. You won't lose any air. And you can even hit the shark with arrows or spears, and it won't attack you because it can't see you. It thinks you're on the boat. So, therefore, this is just a little fun thing. But there is a practical thing you can do with this. You could literally use these detail planks to go deep underwater and start collecting metal. So if there's metal ores on, like outside look how close it's coming. See if I can hit it with an arrow. No, I'm too far away. But doesn't matter. But anyway, honestly, now if I step off this plank, the oxygen thing will pop up and the shark will come straight at me because they will detect that I'm now in the water. But as long as I stay on here, I'm fine. So as I was saying, if you see some metal ore or copper ore, or you see a chest really far down in the water, and you haven't, I can't shoot him now, and you haven't got the oxygen. See? He didn't bite me, he just moved. So, and you haven't got the oxygen to be able to get down there, you can just do a line of detail planks and just get yourself right down there. And then you can literally get your hook. I ain't got a hook, but if I had a hook, then you can mine and just gather. See? You can swing everything normally under here. It's raining, but it rains underwater apparently. So anyway, yeah, you can swing your hook and you can collect all resources you want underneath the water. Then when you're done, you just walk back up and back onto your ship. And you never got attacked and you never lost any oxygen. There you go. That is what you can do with detail planks. I mean, some people have actually gone down. Some people have actually gone down with detail planks deep underwater, and then they've built a house underwater or a raft underwater. It's really cool. You can do a lot of things, but you have to do them like you have to build a house completely out of detail planks. Otherwise, you'll get the oxygen come up and the shark will come after you. So everything has to be made with detail planks, and that can take a long time. I think that's all I'm going to show you for now. Yeah, I mean, there are plenty of other things I can show you. There's plenty of little glitches and game breaks you can do, like the old seat one where you do a ramp going up and then you put a chair on top and you sit on the chair and you can actually glitch through any environment. So you can finish some story places where you have to end it high up by just sailing straight into the room and just completing it. So yeah, but I'm not really keen on that one, so I don't really show it. But if I were going to use any, well, I did. I used the floating ceiling one, as you can see, as I showed you, as these are all triangles. I used this. I don't like using the duplication one because it makes things too easy. But sometimes when I've finished a game or I've finished a story, I'll sometimes use it if I just need to do a project and I just want some extra wood or some extra thing. I'll just sew a chest down and do it. So that's about it. And I did for a bit of wood on this to finish off the craft. I think this. I used it for this. I just duplicated a bit of wood and then finished this off, and that's about it. Otherwise, this is all built with what I've got off for islands and things like that. Right, so anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please consider leaving a like. And if you've got any more questions, I'll answer them. And yeah, if you want to subscribe, would be an honour. Always an honour to have new people subscribe and be on this journey with me. And I will see you next time. So you take really good care, and goodbye for now.